Prayer to Saint Sara Kali for release from emotional bonds. Before we begin this prayer, take a quiet pause. If this channel has helped you find strength, clarity, or healing, gently consider subscribing, liking this video, and sharing this prayer with someone who feels emotionally bound or exhausted. Your support allows these prayers to reach hearts seeking freedom. Now, breathe slowly and allow your shoulders to soften. There are bonds that cannot be seen, yet they weigh heavily on the heart. Attachments that linger long after relationships end. Memories that return uninvited. Emotions tied to people, moments, or wounds that refuse to loosen their grip. Have you felt this weight? Today, we bring it into the light. Saint Sara Kali, faithful witness of perseverance and spiritual strength, we turn to you. You who walked through suffering with dignity and emerged anchored in faith, intercede for us now. Saint Sara Kali, you understand what it means to carry burdens silently. You know the ache of longing, the pain of abandonment, and the chains formed by fear, guilt, and dependency. Stand beside us as we seek release. Lord God Almighty, through the intercession of Saint Sara Kali, we ask for freedom from unhealthy emotional ties. Release us from bonds that drain our peace, cloud our judgment, and keep us rooted in the past. Saint Sara Kali, intercede for hearts bound by unresolved relationships. Love that was not returned, affection that became dependency, loyalty that turned into self-neglect. Ask God to restore balance and self-worth. There are emotional ties formed through pain, trauma, betrayal, rejection, manipulation. Saint Sara Kali, ask God to break these invisible chains. Replace them with healing, clarity, and inner stability. Lord, cleanse our hearts of attachment rooted in fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of being unloved. Fear of starting again. Let love be free, not binding. Let connection be healthy, not consuming. Saint Sara Kali, guide us away from emotional patterns that repeat suffering. Help us recognize where we cling to what harms us. Grant courage to release what no longer serves our healing. For those who feel emotionally entangled with the past, bring closure. Where answers never came, grant peace. Where apologies were never offered, grant release. Lord God, restore emotional boundaries. Teach us to love without losing ourselves, to care without self-erasure, to forgive without reopening wounds. Saint Sara Kali, intercede for those carrying guilt for moving on, shame for choosing themselves, or fear of disappointing others. Ask God to affirm their right to peace. There are hearts listening now that feel emotionally exhausted, drained by constant worry, obligation, or unbalanced relationships. Saint Sara Kali, bring rest. Restore inner strength. Break emotional cords formed through control, manipulation, or dependency. Let truth dissolve illusion. Let freedom replace confusion. Lord, heal the emotional wounds that created these bonds. Heal abandonment. Heal rejection. Heal neglect. Let your love fill every empty space. Saint Sara Kali, protect us from forming new unhealthy attachments. Grant discernment. Let future connections be rooted in mutual respect, freedom, and faith. For those struggling to let go, grant patience. Release does not always come instantly. Let healing unfold gently, without pressure or self-judgment. Lord God, teach us to trust you more than our fears, to rest in your presence rather than cling to human approval. Let your love become our anchor. Saint Sara Kali, walk with us through the discomfort of release. When loneliness appears, bring comfort. When doubt arises, bring reassurance. As this prayer continues, we consciously release emotional ties that bind us to pain. We surrender the need to control outcomes. We choose healing over familiarity. Restore emotional clarity. Let peace return to the heart. Let joy emerge naturally, without force. Lord, may our hearts become lighter. May emotional freedom open space for renewal. May love flow without chains. Saint Sara Kali, remain near as we rebuild emotionally. Let confidence grow. Let self-respect deepen. Let peace become stable. And now, as this prayer comes to a close, if it has brought relief to your heart, gently consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing this prayer with someone who needs emotional freedom. Your simple action may help another begin healing. May God release every unhealthy bond. May peace replace attachment rooted in fear. May emotional freedom restore joy and strength. And may your heart rest, unburdened and whole. Amen.